Hello, my name is Steve Gearhart, and this is COVID-19 Cooking. Just a little cooking show for those of you who are stuck in quarantine and are tired of eating bologna sandwiches and want something else to eat. Today is going to be a modified 18th century onion soup recipe. So if you like onions, if you like soup, actually if you like cream of onion soup, then this is the recipe for you. It's actually pretty easy, it's not that time consuming. Well, I mean, it'll help kill the time when you're stuck in quarantine and you've watched Tiger King for like the 5th time. So why don't we just go ahead and start? Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need 48 ounces of beef broth. That's kind of like 1.5 of those boxes that you find at the grocery store. You're gonna need 4 medium-sized onions. They can be onions with flavor, not white or red onions that are kind of tart or acidic, but more along the lines of like sweet onions, yellow onions, vidalia. You get the idea. You're also going to want 4 ounces of butter, which is usually 1 stick of butter. You're going to want, let's see here, 4 tablespoons of flour. Yes, that's going to help kind of bring everything together. You're going to want 4 egg yolks. Yes, 4 egg yolks. And you're going to be wanting 1 cup of cream. You're going to want some salt. And I think that is about it. So let's get started and let's peel some onions first. Now that you've peeled and cut 4 onions and your tears are streaming down your face, you can put those to the side, and in a skillet you're going to throw in the butter and the flour, and you're going to put it on kind of medium-high heat. You don't want to burn it. You want to, and you definitely don't want to get the skillet so piping hot that when you throw the butter in, you almost burn the butter. So you want to slow melt. You want to throw in the 4 tablespoons of flour in addition to the 4 ounces of butter, and you're going to stir continuously so that it doesn't burn. And you want to kind of get it to the point where the butter's all melted and it's starting to brown just a little bit. Okay, and then once that happens, then you throw the onions in. So right after you put the onions in and kind of give them a quick stir, you'll want to pour the beef broth into a pot, a big enough pot. And so you're going to pour in, like I said, 48 ounces. It's usually like one of those little boxes that you find at the store, grocery store, 32 ounces, and an additional 2 cups. So you throw that in there and you start to turn the heat on, and you're going to want that beef broth to eventually boil. But while you're waiting for it to boil, keep stirring the onion and the butter and the flour mix. Get all mixed together, keep stirring it so it doesn't kind of congeal into a mess. But what you're aiming for is to caramelize the onions, get them really nice and soft, and just they're going to reduce down pretty small, and that's really what you're aiming for. So as soon as the beef broth boils and the onions are ready to go, just take the onions with everything in it, pour it into the beef broth. Then you're going to take the beef broth, you're going to go to your oven and go from a boil down to a simmer. You're going to cover that, give it a little stir, cover that, and after you cover it, you're going to put the simmer down. You're going to cook it for about 30 minutes at simmer, okay? So now we're going to have to make the liaison. And that's pretty easy. You just take 4 eggs and you separate the egg yolk from the egg white. So you can do it in a number of ways. You can take the crack it in half and kind of pour one into the other till the egg whites are out. Or you can just use your hands and use it as a sieve and just kind of do the same thing. And you just want 4 egg yolks. You put them in a bowl, and then you're going to take 1 cup of cream. You're going to pour that in there, and you're going to whisk it up together so you can make your liaison. And then once you do that, you're going to pour it, that's right, into the beef broth and the onions that have been simmering. But you want to wait about 20 minutes in. So after about 20 minutes of simmer, then you're going to pour your liaison in, mix it up, give it a good stir, and then let it simmer for another 10 minutes. And then that's all you have to do. So now all you have to do is enjoy it. So just ladle it into a bowl, maybe make some toast so that you can dip the toast into it. And there's your 18th century modified cream of onion soup. Now this is a very basic recipe, so you can actually add more things to it. In the future I might add mushrooms to it, I think. Maybe some type of meat, I'm not sure. But as a basic soup recipe, this is actually very rich and it's very good. And it makes for really good leftovers. The recipe will be down below. It's good enough for 2. Again, you're gonna have leftovers with it. All right, hope that is better than a bologna sandwich. And thank you for watching. Keep watching the channel for other stuff, and I will see you next time.